So to get started, we are going to need to make a foundation ring, and you can use either a slip stitch like I am using here, or you can use a magic ring if you prefer that more finished look. Either one will work. And just do 6 single crochet in your foundation ring to create your first round. Once you have your 6 stitches in the first round, we are going to increase in every stitch. So 2 single crochet in each stitch until you have 12 stitches total. For round 3, I'm going to start using a stitch marker because this is where I start to have trouble keeping count. And I am going to single crochet normally in the first stitch and then increase on the second. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochet in the second, and just repeat that pattern all the way around until you have 18 stitches total. I'm going to increase for 1 more round, so I'm moving my stitch marker up, and on round 4 I'm going to single crochet once in the next 2 stitches, and then I will increase on the third. So 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 single crochet stitches in the third. And when you're all done, you should have 24 stitches. Now I'm going to level out, so for the next 6 rounds, I am not going to increase or decrease. For rounds 5 through 10, I am going to single crochet once in each stitch. You definitely want to use a stitch marker for this one. It makes it a lot easier to tell how many times you've gone around. Now I'm going to crochet in the back loop only, and to keep it simple, we're going to single crochet once in each stitch, but we're going to use the back loop only. So as you can see, I'm just going through that back loop instead of using both loops like I would normally do. And I do that all the way around. Now I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to add my safety eyes. I'm going to attach the safety eyes between rounds 5 and 6, and I'm going to space them out so there's about 3 stitches in between them. So after I place the first eye, I'm going to count 3, 4 stitches away and put the second eye in there so that there are 3 stitches between them. And then once you have the eyes exactly where you want them, you can snap those washers on, and off we go. Just a little tip, I like to put the eyes on the opposite side from where the round starts, so that if there's any bumps where I join my rounds, they won't be visible from the front. For the next round, we're going to start decreasing. So for round 12, I'm going to single crochet in the next stitch, but then I'm going to decrease in the stitch after that. I'm using single crochet 2 together to decrease, but I'm going to single crochet and decrease all the way around, and that will leave me with 16 stitches. I'm going to take a moment to stuff it while I still have the chance to do so. And then I'm going to crochet my last round, and with my last round I am going to decrease on every stitch. I'm going to fasten off and I'm going to cut a long tail so that I have a long enough tail to sew that last round closed. So I thread the tail onto my yarn needle and then I just weave it in and out of my last round of stitches. And once I've gone all the way around, I can just pull it tight and it will close this round up nice and neat and tidy. Cinch it up and then just fasten off your tail so that it doesn't come undone later. Now for the wings, they're pretty simple. We're going to start with another foundation ring. Once again, it could be a magic ring or a slip knot, and 6 single crochet. For the next 2 rounds, you're just going to single crochet once in each stitch. And for the last round, this isn't even really a round. What we're going to do is pinch the 2 sides of this wing together, and we are going to crochet through both layers of this wing so that we can close it up. So I'm going to crochet through both sides of the wing with 3 stitches, and that will finish the wing. Then fasten it off, cut a long tail, and sew it to the body. I recommend making both wings before you sew them on, so that if one of them ends up being different from the other one, you have a chance to figure out what went wrong and how to fix it before it's permanently attached. Of course, I didn't do this with mine because I am terrible at following my own advice, but that's what I recommend. Sew it on, going through each of your last 3 stitches at least once, and then fasten it off and hide your tail inside of the stuffy. To make the beak, we are going to embroider it, so thread your yarn needle with the color you want to use and feed it in through a spot that will be easy to get back to. You can see I came in through my slip knot. And then you're going to stitch a horizontal line right between the eyes. I'm actually going to do this 3 times because I want my beak to be really full. You can do it fewer times, you can do it more times, but 3 was kind of the magic number for me. And I'm going to feed my needle back up through the exact same opening I started with, so you can see I'm coming back out through my slip knot. And now, because both of these tails are coming out through the same opening, I can tie my knot, and the knot will actually sink down inside of the stuffy. So you may have noticed I use this technique a lot when I was attaching other pieces, like sewing on the wings or hiding my tails, and it's just a very useful technique to use. So now I'm going to embroider the belly, and this is your chance to get creative. You can embroider a specific shape. You can give it little spots and speckles. It's really up to you. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the beak, where I come in through an opening that'll be easy to get back to. And then I'm going to embroider several small X's until I have filled in the area that I want this color to cover. Then I come out through the same opening that I started with, and I tie off my tails and let them sink into the stuffy, and then I just have to finish hiding the tails inside of the stuffy. And just like that, our little bird is done.